Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Today we have a song that surprisingly not that many people have asked me to get to. It was from the collaboration of Arknights and Delicious in Dungeon, and this is Delicious on Terra. I've seen and heard about this collaboration for weeks now, and I just didn't have many people asking. Like I said, I want to hear what they made for this collaboration because their themes for their collaborations seem to be really fun in their own way and usually pretty unique compared to their usual stuff. And in this case, with it being a BGM, it's probably going to be a little bit more subdued, not necessarily a character theme scale, but either way, I'm very interested in hearing what this sounds like, how much inspiration of the anime they decided to throw in there, stuff like that. But I guess without further ado, let's go. Oh. Vibing right off the bat. Definitely a lot of the Dungeon Meshi energy in this one, for sure. I love the influence here. So bright and dancey. So much flute. So much flute. Ooh. Ooh. I did not expect vocals of any sort in this, to be honest. That makes it 10 times better. Yeah, this is definitely just so much of the Dungeon Meshi in it. I haven't really heard any, like what I would call Arknight sound in this, actually. Unless you want to count Victoria. I love this so much. I knew it was gonna loop back. I was ready for it. Ooh. Ooh, a little double pedal, or I guess it would be like a flam, but either way, appreciated. Mix it up a little bit. Man, how can you be in a bad mood after hearing that? So much as expected, they were using Dungeon Meshi's sound overall as the main root of this song. I don't really think you can technically have a sound for Arknights because there are so many different countries with their own unique identities that you can't really make a generalized picture of what that would be in sound alone, just like the real world. So there's too many things to borrow from, and that's probably why they decided to go with just the sound of Dungeon Meshi. And I love that they did that because that Renaissance bop is just totally up my alley. I love hearing that sound, that Celtic flute going around and just making everything feel so upbeat, like you're at a party. I love that so much. It's historically one of my favorite sounds in all of music, as I've definitely gone on about plenty on this channel before, looking at songs from Arknights as well that utilize the same general inspiration of that part of the world, and I love it so much, and it's just so fun to listen to every single time. This song couldn't have been a better fit, you know? Like, the sound of this is totally what I expected out of having those goofy ass characters meet these other goofy ass characters, and just bringing a little bit of light to what is honestly a pretty dark world in a lot of ways, and that brightness really holds true in this. And I can just kind of envision myself in the mess hall in Rhode Island just enjoying all of this energy around me, everybody having a good time, sharing good food, sharing good stories and laughs and everything. It's such a vibe. I absolutely adore the approach they decided to take on this this song. It is exactly what I had hoped for. There's not really too much I can say about the song itself, like getting into the music theory that I haven't said before in those other videos I mentioned, but in all, just having this Renaissance tavern sound and feel to it is just so nice. I feel like that's all I'm gonna truly be able to say, and I would just go in circles saying that over and over again. It's just really, really fun. There actually is something I do want to like plug here. It's not my own thing, but I found it when I was looking into stuff for Dungeon Meshi. There is a whole like multi-chapter thing on AO3, Archive of Our Own, that goes into like the cultural impacts and borrowings and inspirations of Dungeon Meshi, what languages they use, what part of the world they're taking inspiration from, everything. There's such a good write-up of like what those inspirations are. And if you're interested in that sort of thing and you want to read up on it, I will leave a link to that in the description so you can give that a shot. It is such an interesting read. Like, even if you're not all that interested in general, it's so cool seeing somebody pull apart all these details and like really get into the roots of the inspiration of that world. But it's perfect for the dorks like me out there who love to read into that historical inference that people pull from and that inspiration, and just giving all those details and reading out how somebody has interpreted those into its own fictional context is so cool. I love that. So I'm sure somebody else here will, especially all the lore heads in the Arknights community as well as other games. I'm sure some of you will love to dig into that, especially if you're also already a fan of Dungeon Meshi. But I think that's about all I gotta say for this one. So if you do want to read that write-up, I will have it down in the description if you want to give that a shot. And if you want to request anything else from Arknights or any other properties, by all means, drop it down in the comments below and I'll do my best as always to get to it. And of course, if you just like this video and you want to follow me and support me for more, you know how to do all that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!